When it comes to feelings of the heart, few things are as confusing as trying to figure out whether what you're experiencing is just a crush or if it's actually love. Both can feel intense, exciting, and even overwhelming, but there are clear differences between the two. A crush is often fueled by infatuation, attraction, and curiosity, while love goes deeper, involving emotional intimacy, commitment, and genuine care for someone beyond surface-level admiration. Today, let's explore 11 ways to tell the difference between crushing on someone and being truly in love. Understanding these signs can help you gain clarity about your feelings and make better decisions about your relationships. One of the first ways to distinguish between a crush and love is how much you really know about the person. When you have a crush, it's often based on surface qualities. Maybe their looks, the way they laugh, or the charm they exude when they're around you. A crush thrives on fantasy, filling in the gaps with your imagination about who they might be. In contrast, love develops when you truly know someone. You've seen their strengths, their flaws, their quirks, and even the less than glamorous parts of their life. Yet your feelings don't fade. Instead of imagining an ideal version of them, you accept the real version. The second way to tell is the depth of your connection. A crush is often thrilling but shallow. It doesn't always have the emotional foundation to go deeper. You might feel butterflies when they walk into the room, but you may not share your inner world with them. Love, however, thrives on emotional intimacy. When you're in love, you feel safe being vulnerable with them. You share your dreams, fears, and insecurities without fear of judgment. It's not just about excitement. It's about being truly seen and accepted. The third difference lies in the time factor. Crushes are often intense but short-lived. They can fade as quickly as they appeared, especially once the novelty wears off or you discover that the person isn't who you thought they were. Love, on the other hand, grows stronger with time. It may start with attraction, but it deepens into companionship and trust. While a crush feels like a firework, bright, thrilling, but fleeting, love is like a steady flame that continues to burn, even when life gets tough. The fourth sign is how you handle imperfections. With a crush, you tend to idealize the person, overlooking their flaws or pretending they don't exist. In fact, sometimes you might even ignore red flags because the thrill of the attraction overshadows them. Love, however, acknowledges imperfections without diminishing the feelings. You see their flaws clearly but choose to stay because you value them as a whole person. Love is grounded in reality, while a crush is often based on illusion. The fifth way to tell is the kind of future you imagine. When you have a crush, your thoughts about the future are often dreamy, vague, or centered around romantic fantasies, going on dates, holding hands, or simply being noticed by them. Love, however, inspires you to build a future together. You think about practical things, where you'll live, how you'll support each other, what your goals are as a team. Love is not just about fleeting daydreams, but about weaving someone into the fabric of your life. The sixth difference is in how much effort you put in. Crushes are exciting, but they don't usually require sacrifice or real commitment. You enjoy the thrill but aren't always ready to put in the hard work when things get challenging. Love, however, demands effort. It requires patience, compromise, and sometimes even sacrifice. When you love someone, you're willing to show up for them, even when it's inconvenient, because their well-being matters to you. The seventh sign is how stable your emotions are around them. Crushes can make you feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster, ecstatic one moment and crush the next depending on how much attention they give you. Your mood can rise or fall based on their response. Love, by contrast, brings emotional steadiness. It doesn't mean you never feel highs and lows, but your feelings aren't solely dependent on constant validation. Love offers security, not just excitement. The eighth way to tell is how much you respect their individuality. A crush often makes you want to possess someone, to have them notice you and give you their attention. It can feel like an obsession at times. Love, however, respects boundaries and independence. When you're in love, you want the other person to grow, succeed, and be happy, even if it means giving them space. Love thrives on mutual respect, not control or obsession. The ninth difference is what happens when conflict arises. Crushes often don't get far enough for real conflict to surface, but if they do, the feelings may quickly dissolve because the attraction isn't strong enough to withstand challenges. Love, however, is tested in conflict and often grows stronger because of it. Disagreements don't mean the end. Instead, they become opportunities to understand each other better and strengthen the bond. Love knows how to endure storms. The 10th sign lies in your motivation. A crush is often self-centered. It's about how they make you feel. You like the thrill, the excitement, the validation that comes from being near them. Love, on the other hand, is selfless. It's about what you can give, not just what you can get. Love motivates you to care for the other person, to support them, and to make sacrifices because their happiness is intertwined with yours. Finally, the 11th way to tell is in how it changes you. Crushes can make you feel giddy, distracted, or obsessed, but they don't always lead to personal growth. Love, however, has the power to transform you. It encourages you to become more patient, more compassionate, and more resilient. Love brings out the best in you, helping you grow as an individual while building a life with someone else. In the end, both crushing and being in love can be beautiful experiences. A crush can be thrilling, inspiring, and even fun, but love is deeper, steadier, and life-changing. Recognizing the difference between the two is important because it helps you understand what stage your heart is in and whether it's worth pursuing or letting go. A crush might give you butterflies, but love gives you roots. A crush excites you, but love sustains you. Knowing these differences can help you embrace the joy of infatuation when it comes, but also recognize the priceless gift of love when you find it.